glimpse into the past to talk about this very, very, very important topic. And we're gonna drop it today about the African contributions to the martial arts, yoga, and so many other spheres of influence. You know what I mean? And sometimes they go unheard because of a lot of other things. A lot of sad things when there should be some glad things, as we talk about this today on this channel. And I expressed this before on my first YouTube channel, and we're gonna go over a little bit more because somebody did post up a question for those who were watching on one of the videos that I put about the Shaolin Temple and also the Chinese martial monks and those who practice it that might be in the motherland, you know, as we call Africa. So we're gonna be talking about some of these ideas today. And once again, I'll start off by saying this. There was a very great event that happened right here in New York with Michael Jaws White, instructor, who I actually was fortunate enough to do some demonstrations with and learn some great techniques and stuff with. And he had it right here in Harlem, in Harlem, New York, not too far from here. And what happened was they let it be known, and there was a lot of other Chinese martial artists, Japanese, so many other martial artists from different parts of Asia and New York and the world. And they let it be known several times, also showing systems and disciplines from capoeira to some of the other Africanistic styles that I actually was fortunate enough to go down and study right here in New York. So the person had made a comment, thank you for coming in. He had made a comment about it being misleading because of one of the pictures. So I want you to go study the I Ching, because he was making it seem like there was no connections between the Kung people in Africa and also the Kung Fu, or if you go to the ancient word Gung Fu. And I want you to do a little research, you know, and if you're watching today, that brother's watching today, I told him as well to go take a research, go study what they got on the Kemet and Kemet, on the temples in Kemet, because they got the brothers doing jujitsu and so many other different art forms right there in Kemet, which we use the term Egypt, you know, in the European language. Not only that, go study and see how far is the I Ching. You know, we know about the I Ching dealing with the numbers. Go see how far that dates back. And it just didn't start with the Chinese man. Go back and also study the yin and yang symbol. And let me know if it just started with the Chinese people. That thing is old. So once again, you can just do your research on those two alone. And you can find out a lot of information about what's been going on
Next stop,
in the
East
communities.
Fordham Road and 3rd
Oh,
Avenue.
thank you for your comment.
Transfers available to BX17.
So once again, shout out to Florida, shout out to Florida.
BX41
So once again, y'all, we talking
BX9.
about this, and I want you to let me know what you think about this, because the brother was saying something, and once again, there's so many contributions from the, I would say, the melanated man when it comes to martial arts. There's so many other spheres of influence, so many other sciences and knowledge. When they came out with that movie
Please
called
exit through the rear door.
The Black Panther, was it? The Black Panther? You remember that movie? I looked at the videos and when they seen that video, even the Chinese people alone was saying, wow, we didn't know that they had a rich culture and this, that, and the other, and they were so talented at making movies, and they liked it, the movie The Black Panther. And they was kind of learning that they had to get beyond what just was being promoted on telling lies to your vision. Same thing in the martial arts community. I thought that, you know, like I said, I study Kung Fu. Just, you know, I study Kung Fu, just like a lot of other brothers. And when they went outside of what they were being taught, and they went to, even to the Shaolin Temple, I know a brother named the Black Taoist, and he went over to find out that a lot of the masters knew. Maybe they wasn't talking about it, just like the Russian president was just talking about the black images of Christ. So y'all got to understand what's going on. But just to give you another point of reference, go study Bodhidharma and let me know if that was. Hello. He went over to the Shaolin Temple to give them some knowledge. Yeah, this was a melanated man. Went over to give the Shaolin Temple some knowledge. And once again, if you study some of the other brothers, a lot of this knowledge connect back to the original man of the planet Earth. You know, just like a whole, but we got to get our knowledge up. You know what I'm saying? That's the main fact, is that we got to get our knowledge up when it comes to telling the truth about these things. So why didn't America come forth and tell the people about the original images of Christ? You should know why. The same reason why sometimes the martial arts community didn't tell us that we had to find out the hard way from studying, and also studying self, studying history. So, like I said, y'all, it's a fact. It's a fact. All you got to do is just look at some of the top fighters. Look at Jack Johnson. Look at what Jack Johnson was doing way before Muhammad Ali and also Floyd. What's his name? I forgot the other name. It'll come back to me. But what I'm saying is, there's so many other fighters. There's so many other successful fighters that had the gift to do it, and it was also connected to their DNA. Some people take it back to Africa, but there was also the arts here in America as well. Yeah, all over the planet. Yeah, and sometimes we don't hear a lot about the story. So the brother, I have a center in New York called the Black and Gold Center, where he taught the African martial arts. So I'll start sharing some more shorts, because I already did a video for YouTube a while back, you know, a couple of years ago. So I'll start sharing some more shorts and all that. But for the most part, y'all, yes, everything started with the melanated man, and this is just knowledge. This is not, you know, attacking nobody. It ain't about that. It's about knowing self and respecting knowledge. You know? Yeah. Go check out Bodhidharma, who went to go also teach some of the Shaolin monks who was falling asleep during meditation. He gave them a lot of hand skills, meditation, Zen, and all that stuff too. Yeah. Bodhidharma. And sometimes people don't get the rest of the story. Michael Jai White was trying to tell y'all on YouTube. Yeah. And a lot of people just went into bashing him when he was straight up giving knowledge about it. You know. So make sure that you leave your comments about this, because this is something that we gotta start telling people about. You know, just letting people know, when you study boxing, a lot of the African cultures, they still have the boxing, and they have a lot of old styles of wrestling. Somebody put a post up the other day talking about the Olympics started in Greece. It did not. Maybe that one did, but boxing is old. Boxing is old. Rituals is an old boxing tradition in African culture. Yeah, they lace their hands up and they get busy. Yeah, lace them hands up. Boom. Some of them want a female. You know, whoever got their, you know, crazy nice hand skills. Yeah, we already know that. So once again, boxing is old. You go over to Kemet. I'm about to say Kemetic. You go over to Kemet and you still see a lot of the ancient pictures of them doing the styles of wrestling, stick fighting, and all that. Wrestling. Listen, let me just let you know about another guy, just in case he's still kind of in conflict of what I'm saying. There was a guy who made one of the first books on martial arts in 60s or 70s, and in this book he had 1 foot forward, just like the pharaoh is in Kemet, and he was trying to give props and recognition to those who he knew about Kemet and the connections between Kemet and karate. And I believe the book was called What is Karate? And once again, he was given props. This was a 7th or 8th degree Grand Master in the martial arts. And I'll give you the name if you want it as well. But he was letting you know, yeah, I gotta give props to Kemet putting the left foot forward, which also the military took that same concept, left, right, left, left when they do their cadence in the military. So there's a lot of stories that unfortunately don't get told even when you study Karate Nerd Jesse and Camp channel. He's not talking about a lot of these things. Why? Because some of these guys just don't care. You know?
Next stop.
Yes, he is okay with a lot of stuff he teaches, but why is it that some of those brothers only just go to the Philippines or to the most popular places and never really get to the core? So that's why we're going to be definitely diving into it on this channel, so that you understand that we got to give props where props is due. One of the brothers from our camp, he's from Africa, and he came through already before he came to the Bronx and trained with us. He already was doing the wrestling, and I'm gonna answer some of your comments in a few. He was already doing the wrestling. He was already doing the stick fighting probably, and he just came through and learned some more skills with the MMA. So once again, the Asians did a very good job at preserving the knowledge, but it's very old. Very, 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 very old. Just like when we talk about Jesus Christ. The Russian president came out with the information about the black images, and it's been pretty much the same thing with martial arts. There's been a lot of stuff that haven't been spoken about. Just in case you think you still not getting the picture, go study about the black samurai. Go study about the black samurai, and you'll learn a lot about that too. And to be a samurai, you had to have a certain kind of blood. Yeah. Go study about that too. And you'll start putting the facts together that sometimes people want to talk about. Okay? Peace. What's up? We dropping that knowledge between the Shaolin Kung Fu, those in China and those in Africa. Yeah, we talking about that today.
Carolyn Parkway and White Plains Road.
Now I put the video up. One of the guys, he got a little offended. There's nothing to get offended about when you know and you study about these things. And you know that we got to give props where props is due. Okay? Yeah. There was a woman who did this study about, since we're talking about martial arts, even inside the church. She came through with the knowledge, and she found out as a linguistic expert. She did the knowledge about Jesus, and she found out that in her culture they say Ayesu, A-Y-E-S-U. And she found out that there's been a lot of knowledge that was connected back to all the African tribal names. To make it simple and plain, keep it short. And she found out that there's been a lot of deception going on. Yeah. That also connect back to some other tribes in Africa who still keep that thing on their head just like the Jews. Yeah. And that's a very old tradition. So even when we hear the word Jew, a lot of people don't think about African Jews. They don't think about that. The first thing they think about is you know what. So do the knowledge on it, get back to me. But like I said, we got to go back into history, talk about those things. Yeah. And I'm telling you, because a lot of the ancient masters know, and they'll let you know too. You go over there to China, start looking around, asking questions. Let me answer some of your comments. Thank you for your comments. What's up? And where are you? Oh, I'm right here. I'm in New York. Somebody say something about Biggie Smalls. All right. At least you ain't talking about Diddy or you today. That's what's up. At least y'all not talking about Diddy or you. But like I said, y'all, thank you for your comments. And once again, martial arts is very martial arts. And he didn't even know there was a connection with the God of War and the word martial arts. So interesting to know, because I had kind of knew it. And the main thing is there's always more information to know. So if the brother is just standing on that thing that Shaolin Kung Fu is just just started in China and has never had no connection to Africa. He gotta stop it. He gotta stop it. Because just like we had the Shaw Brothers, we had the Shaw Brothers who was promoting the martial arts, right? Yeah, we had the Shaw Brothers that was promoting the martial arts. But this goes way, way back. Even if they never just showed the original images. Yes, way, way back. And you know what I'm gonna do? Now, I never been to China, but I studied under some Chinese mentors. So I'm gonna ask that brother right now, Willie Bam Johnson. Y'all seen him from the WMAC Masters. He's a great friend. I'll share some of the products with you. I'm gonna ask him that question right now, and then I'm gonna make a reel about it, so you can see what Master Bam has to say. Kung Fu expert. What he has to say about, he has tons of knowledge about this, and I know he did his research as well. So I'm gonna ask him, and I'm gonna leave a reel probably in another 10 to, I would just say in another hour. And I'll leave the reel there if you want to hear what he has to say from going to China, studying with some of the top masters. I would ask the Black Taoist, but he pretty much, I haven't heard from him in a while. Been trying to hit him up on his YouTube page and all that too. But anyway, I'll get back to y'all, and let me know if you have any questions regarding this topic about the Chinese martial arts monks and also the African monks in Africa who study. Okay? Alright, I appreciate y'all coming on. I have one more idea for you before we go. Okay, the last idea that I have for you is just to recap. Is there a connection between Kung Fu people in Africa? Yeah, look, that's right. They got the chinky eyes and all that, just like the Chinese. Is there a connection between that, them Kung people, and also the Kung Fu or the Kung Fu practitioners? That's what I want to know. Just to recap. Y'all gonna let me know in the comments, get back to me. I'll also leave my email if you want to email it to me. And let me know if there's a connection. Okay? Second question. Is there a connection between the stick fighting that is very old in Kemet in Egypt, what we call it with the European tongue, and the stick fighting in the Philippines, where they do the stick fighting with Arnis and what's the other one? Kali and what's the other? Panatukan, and they express these very similar stick patterns. So I want to know if there's a connection between those two arts. The one that comes from the motherland where they did the stick fighting, and also wrestling and jiu-jitsu moves, and also those ones that you see today. Is there a connection? Let me know. Get back to me. All right?